Before entering into this video, I should clarify you something on the SINOMETRÍAS. Although some specialists in the world already know the term, for those that not, it is the explanation of those powers of energy that they are so much so potent that they are relative to the force and the physical abilities, but those ones that already pass the binary limits. Along with certain very refined SINOMETRÍAS, not alone in the body but in the complete conscience, you can be inborn or to dream of being there. And born is everything that we see over us, as the clouds, all the levels of mantles, layers and forms of clouds that seem something subtle or whatever, are still spaces of matter ignored by the man, because all that man says that it is, the man doesn't know about this anything. And born, it is a civilization or several ones existing in the clouds, as well as ships, clouds, and all of that has been registered in numerous appearances by the world. Most of the beings of board are SINOMETRÁS. That is to say, they are muscular, strong physically. Beyond the same binary concept, they are not powers, alone they are nature in themselves. We go then to see what will be something of both. The physical preparation of Huguito is now with the code of SINOMETRÍAS. You cannot enter at certain levels without the SINOMETRÍAS. The same ones go beyond the binary common physical preparation. This should not be an obligation for anybody, but rather a nature, otherwise something premeditatedly, scientifically, and made aware of it. Otherwise it is only a common training that will not be good for anything in front of other culture, like in this case those of born. Huguito has dedicated all his whole life to the body, the mind, the spirit, the conscience, the discipline, the subordination, and everything that has made him capable for the contact toward other worlds and civilizations. Another time we undertake the trip to the contact, next to my bigger son Sergio Franco and the doctor, to our village garden of the Kings, Jujuy, Argentina. In the mind, I heard the voice of Ask, one superior brother of the Chronos. He tells me the details as well as the steps to continue. He advances me the squares of steps. I follow in the mind the images and the concepts. As you find the squares, that when we ride to the place I see the squares, as well as the wall of Kingston of Kingdom. That is the wall that divides the earth with the world of the clouds of Bod. Ask told me the previous night You have to find the plant of Balkana. You have to take the branches. It doesn't have to have leaves. You should prove the thorns without blood. You should not bleed. You should not bleed because if you bleed, it won't serve the ritual. You should travel the square steps to the rhythm that I mark you in the mind, no more, no less. Each step, each square, it is a level in board. You walk on board. They are this way, they are the things from the angle of us, the chronos. Look at these are the squares which was promised to me to find out in this place. A lot of them. This is a signal of the correct place of my contact with the civilization of Bohr, as it promised to me with the civilization of Bohr. They told me that I will encounter these squares and that I will walk on each square. This is what I am doing now. One square, the other. These are my steps in the squares. As you can see, this is the place full of squares. I must walk on each square as you are doing now on it to arrive to the correct place on it. Now once made the steps in the squares, you should ascend to the wall to be able to complete the ritual and to have access to Bohr. Only following this ritual one, you can have that access. On the wall of Kingston of Kingdom, one can see from there all born down. It is the place that is much above Bohr. It is put around already of the clouds. It is terrestrial of the chronos and other allied civilization. The world doesn't already represent from this angle division, but supremacy.
I think I did it well, but I'm not sure if it's so. In this kind of ritual with the civilization of Bohr, I know that I passed all the day doing this kind of ritual. This is the time required to me to do in 3 hours doing the same ritual with the stones in this place with Bohr civilization.
Inside the same program, inside the same primogeniture, next to my son Sergio Franco, being both firstborns, it was the ideal thing for his movement in Franco's espacio to follow a similar ritual, before what he was also required by the siblings of Bohr, as well as of other near places beyond the world, rather in Franco's space, that he followed the following process.